Walt's manufactory for magic short message transportation products. These are the general terms and conditions for the local mail association. Magic capsules stolen by raptors and Secret Service agents do not lead to any claims on the recipient's side.
What do you want?
Are you the postmaster?
Yes.
You're not the talkative type, are you?
No.
How does the airmail system work?
That's really easy. You put the letter into a magic capsule, which is shot into the air using the mail shooting machine. It then lands directly at, or sometimes on, the recipient. You can reach every town in the world like that.
And at the target destination, people get this capsule right in their face? Isn't that annoying?
That's right. Some addresses complain about temporal pain attacks from our immediate delivery. We haven't found a solution for that yet. Cushion capsules just don't fly precisely enough.
Why don't you just get mailmen to collect the capsules at the destination and hand-deliver them?
A good idea, but there is just one problem. Nobody wants to do the job because they would constantly be bombarded with magic capsules from all over the world.
Oof, you are a bit stuck in your strange notions, but that's your problem. By the way, what's that building next to us?
That's Walt's manufactory. It's there that they produce the magic capsules.
I'm off. See you later. I'm sure this poor official will go nuts in this shack.
Nope, he's gone crazy already.
A nice wrought iron shop sign.
Ah, a customer! Step right up, young man. In Raymond's higgledy-piggledy shopping paradise, you'll find everything from quills to magic carpets. And that includes expert advice and unbeatable prices. What can I do for you?
I'll just have a look around.
Ha! He who only looks misses the best. How about the new Eau de Fleur from the Collection Raymond? An unheard of charming fragrance no lady can resist.
I think the smell is, unique, but I prefer not to buy it anyway.
I see. Well, the smell of the big wide world doesn't suit everyone.
What kind of interesting things do you have in stock?
Well then, I can offer you, for example, this brooch. A real jewellery sensation. Verdigris-free copper with a filigreed and timeless engraving. The perfect gift for a dainty damsel. Only 5 gold coins.
Well, maybe later. I have to get going. See you.
What's up, young man?
Is it dangerous outside of town?
Dangerous? Huh, what an understatement. Wolves, robbers, criminals, they're all out there and just waiting for a citizen of Talon who's stupid enough to leave town. And it's my job to make sure that this riffraff doesn't get into town.
That really sounds self-sacrificing.
Self-sacrificing, indeed. As long as you stay within these walls, you are safe. Good old Waldo will keep all the dangers from the woods away from you. But as soon as you leave town, you're responsible for your safety.
Why are you doing sentry duty together with a scarecrow?
Well, there is something against which even the sharpest sword is powerless.
Mum's rolling pin?
No, I'm talking about expenditure cutbacks. My colleague got sacked because the councillors wanted to save money. Apart from that, they said it wasn't so dangerous out there, so there was no need for 2 guards. Ha! They really haven't got a clue.
Do you have a good income as town guard?
Town guard is a good profession, but you have to have the makings to be one. You need patience and honour. A good town guard doesn't sit in the guard room with a book. But hey, I'm not doing career counselling for potential competitors.
I just wanted to have a little chat.
Do you want to put my attention to sleep? This town is surrounded by many dangers. It can't afford something like that. So boy, tell me what you want, and then let me do my job.
See you later. That's a vessel used for melting metal. That's the blacksmith's furnace.
Well, boy, how can Upright Simon help you?
Are you really that upright, Upright Simon?
Aye, indeed I am. And I'm the best and only blacksmith in town. You get everything from Upright Simon. Horseshoes, plowshares, door locks, wrought ironworks, always in superior quality.
Are you shoeing horses as well?
Aye, of course I shoe horses. Every blacksmith does it. So that's not really a good reason to come to Upright Simon. My favourite jobs are elaborate metal mounts for doors, ornate banisters, and lavishly designed signs. If you see something like that in town, you can be sure I made it.
So you've got a monopoly which allows you to push up the prices.
Your jabbering makes my head ache, young man. There aren't many horses in town, and my wrought ironwork lasts much too long. Even my bread and butter jobs like the mail balls are doing poorly. You could just as well say I'm practically bankrupt.
Do you know how to do wrought ironworks?
Aye, you bet. The most beautiful ironwork in these parts is made by me. Just have a look at the shop sign in the magic shop. You won't find such fine ironwork these days, apart from in here, of course.
Are you forging swords and stuff like that as well?
Aye, you bet I can forge swords. I make the best blades in the country. If you ever come across one, your life ain't worth a straw. Unless you're the one who's holding it. That would be another story.
I'll have to be off. So long.
Howdy.
Yuck. A talking frog.
Yuck. A talking human. How disgusting.
What are you doing in the terrarium?
What would a real coast frog like me do in a terrarium? Well, what do you think?
Maybe making weather forecasts?
Wow, how did you know? Bingo! I haven't got a clue as to why those forecasts always have to be done by us frogs, but if it pleases you, I won't complain.
Don't you sometimes feel lonely behind the glass?
Well, I can't complain. I like being alone, and once in a while that strange shopkeeper puts a lady frog in here and whispers some smutty jokes in my ears. I guess the lady is a bit off her rocker.
You think she's doing that to make you and the lady frog and you...
Exactly. She doesn't want me to get lonely. This woman is a hippie. It's incredible. I actually thought they were extinct. They should put the last of them in a zoo.
What will the weather be like tomorrow?
It's a good thing you ask. It'll be, well, yes, I guess it'll be cloudy.
Ah, good to know. Will it rain as well?
Entirely possible, but maybe the sun will be shining from time to time.
Such precise information. How warm will it be?
Oh, warm. Very warm. But maybe also a little bit colder than today.
I see. That is something between 40 and 95 degrees.
I don't want to be held to that. In any case, warmer than in a fridge.
That's fantastic. So it won't be snowing tomorrow?
Not very likely. And there won't be hail. And I don't reckon a meteorite penetration as well. Even if so, who'll be around to care if I was wrong?
Okay, thanks. Now I know we'll have changeable weather and fluctuating temperatures. I hope I can get myself some swimming trunks and a winter coat. Where did you used to live before?
Back then, when I was an insignificant young frog without meteorological training, I used to live on the coast. That's why they call me the Coast Frog.
And how did you end up here?
Well, that strange woman who owns the shop came along and offered me a 2-year contract as a weather frog. She only wanted to pay me according to success, but I thought I'd better take some precautions so that I wouldn't starve. Then she put me behind glass, and since then I've been here. She also put a ladder in here, but I complained, so she took it away again.
But frogs usually need a ladder to predict the weather.
Hey, but I never claimed I was a usual frog. Jumping up and down a ladder just isn't my style. I'd much rather explain the forecast using the weather chart.
Isn't there a dreadful competition among the weather frogs?
And all these modern forecasters are complete idiots. Just dilettantes. They can't even tell you in the morning whether the sun will actually rise.
And your forecasts are more precise?
You bet. I can tell you without a doubt that the sun will rise tomorrow morning and the day after tomorrow, but I'm not so sure about the following days. But we might agree that there will be a sun in 3 days' time as well. The only question is, where?
How do you determine the weather?
That's a bit tricky. Allegedly, we frogs just feel it. Hey, but that can be deceptive. Even frogs are only human. You shouldn't rely on that alone.
You think this method isn't scientific enough?
Exactly. Satellite pictures are a lot more precise. I also created a concept for a weather simulation, but Farida won't give me the money for the magic abacus that I need.
How do you get along with Farida?
Once you get used to her, she's quite affable, but it takes some time. All those strange hippie songs she always hums, and the strange magical substances she always eats. One night she even wanted to kiss me, because she thought I'd become a prince then. But when I threatened her with legal actions, she stopped. Over my dead body. I'd rather have her gambling all night long so she won't bother me.
She's playing cards at night? With whom? What do you know about that?
No, I prefer to say nothing about that. Otherwise I'm in for nasty weather with my boss. I don't want to risk that.
I urgently have to go. I better not touch anything I don't really want. I'm sure Farida has installed some sort of magic theft protection. Those are magic books. Hey, there's even black magic for dummies, but I better not touch it. The label says it's 7-meter boots. You creep and crawl and don't get anywhere. Very useful. They spare the treadmill at home. Hey, I can decipher something. He took his erected magic wand and stuck it in her... If I carry on reading, we might get problems with the rating. That's some magic reagents. The longer I think about it, the less I want to know what that kind of stuff is. Not dragons again. Those are really cool daggers. They are actually too good to slaughter someone. The price tag says, prohibitively expensive magic wand with surprise effects. Thanks, I don't need those sorts of surprises. A dead bat. An essential object for every well-stocked magic shop. I'd expect something else when I think of eyeglasses. A chest of drawers. I guess it's full to the top with strange magical artifacts. I'll just take one of the flyers. You never can tell if it could be useful. That's an advert for a rejuvenation drink. Treat your body with a travel back in time. Tempora Vitalis restores your youth. The small print says that you shouldn't take more than a teaspoon. Otherwise, you might be rejuvenated by some centuries. What fiendish stuff! But I can't order it anyway. It's much too expensive.
Welcome to Farida's shop for mysticism and magic.
Can you tell me the difference between mysticism and magic?
Of course. Mysticism is the inexplicable about magic. That's what some of the most informative specialised books in the library say, though it's their common aim to do quite the contrary by trying to fully explain magic. Completely unnecessary books, believe me.
What do you actually do when you're not here?
What a funny question. Just what I'm usually doing. Planning the next world revolution, opening the mind with psychotropic substances, and of course, just hanging. Just hanging out. I guess today's youth doesn't even know how groovy hanging out used to be.
You mean just sitting around doing nothing?
Ah, you at least seem to know of it. I didn't know that. I thought that by the age of 13, you're all registered at a top-rate university and start planning your career as an investment banker. Yeah, right. Just hanging around and freaking out. That was our favourite occupation, apart from fighting for peace, love and understanding.
I'd like to buy this magic ink.
Why would you want to buy it? Capitalism is a real evil, but I have outsmarted it. The magic ink is for free.
Really? That's great. I just take the stuff without paying? Hey, that's really an alternative way of commerce. Really terrific.
Oh yes, it's for free. Completely. I guess you've already thought of ways to make the magic ink visible again.
No.
A silly mistake. I should tell you that this requires a magic powder. But fortunately, I happen to have a special offer on that powder. You may have it for only 30 gold coins.
What sort of statuette is that?
A magic dog in the form of a great guard statuette. A unique work of magic craft. In case of danger, the statuette automatically becomes a real dog that drives away the riffraff. You may have it for the special price of only 4 million gold coins.
That's not really a bargain.
I never said that, did I? Hey, I like that thing. With a price like that, I could actually consider a life without my favourite statuette, okay?
Where did you get the statuette from?
It's a good thing you ask. The point is, I don't know it. It was just here one morning. As I'm a totally honest person, I'm sure the thing rightfully belongs to me. But...
You can't remember anything?
No, how should I? That's actually the misery of the curse. You wake up in the morning knowing that you've done a lot of stupid things at night, but there's not the slightest trace in your memory. But that's maybe all the better.
I just want to have a look around.
If you want to be left alone, then simply don't talk to me. Young man, please put all objects back which you haven't paid for.
I've got a question about the people in the town.
Come on, who should I badmouth?
What is Farida then exactly?
Well, she's just a child of the flower power generation. Make love, not war. Love, peace, happiness. Say no to drugs. Oops, no, that actually fits another generation. This is more fitting for her. If you can remember your youth, you haven't lived it. But she's quite good at magic.
It doesn't sound like Farida was a role model for youth.
Rather not. But you can learn a lot from her. For example, how many nightshades you can eat before you go nuts. Believe me, she really knows a lot about that. And I better not mention the glaring remarks she utters at night.
Does Simon also forge knights' armours and stuff like that?
Oh yes, he's very much an all-round blacksmith. But his specialities are craftworks like shop signs and balcony railings. Looks nice if you like that. Too bad for Simon that very few people do like it.
Do you know anything interesting about Jonas?
About this bibliomaniac? Well, yes. During the day, he's a real drop-dead boring figure. Well, you know those librarians. Always hiding behind some pile of books or busy filing them away. The most thrilling thing to happen to them is a bookshelf falling on their head.
Waldo seems to take his job very seriously.
Oh no, it's some form of compensation. I guess he basically feels small and useless in this world, which is true in principle.
I think you're getting unfair.
Just hold on. This town is in danger of nothing and nobody except for the curse. Who needs a guard then? He's only there for decoration. To be perfectly honest, I think that the scare guard does a better job than Waldo.
I suppose Raymond isn't really a divinely gifted tradesman.
Right, though trading is still what he's best at. The guy is a case study for budding psychiatrists.
Steve seems to be someone who takes all of the slack.
This guy's just screaming to be mopped up. The only thing missing is a sign saying, "Hit me, but not too softly, please."
Enough of all this trash talking. I want to ask you something about this world.
All right then.
Tell me, can I find the animals in this book somewhere else in this world?
There are always strange animals at especially magic places, yet I don't know whether they are exactly the ones from the book.
Back to, reality. Enough said. Does the shopkeeper use it to catch customers? Everything looks like flea market junk. One of Simon's unbreakable signs. But it still remains to see how much it can really take.
Ah, a customer!
How much is this fishing rod?
Ah, the fishing rod! Just got it in, and already there's an overwhelming demand for this professionally manufactured sport fishing rod made from only the best of materials. This fishing rod can be yours for only 132 gold coins.
Seems I'll first have to check with my bank. I'm interested in this brooch.
Ah, a gift for a dainty damsel, and exactly the right choice for a young man like you. Of course, the brooch is a real bargain at 6 gold coins.
Well, maybe later. This brooch is free of verdigris. But I can see stains.
Beg your pardon? Well, I see no stains, not in the slightest. The brooch sparkles and shines like a polished jewel.
Maybe it's the light? Or maybe your eyesight is going. That wouldn't be much of a surprise at your age. Anyhow, this thing is stained.
Naughty brat, just wait. I'll clean the brooch once more.
That's the way to fish a fishing rod.
Well, I've cleaned the brooch once more. There's not a single speck of dust on it anymore.
Are you sure? Well, I still see stains. I guess the brooch simply doesn't become totally clean anymore.
You know what? Just leave me alone with that darn brooch. Leave me in peace.
See some copper, pick it up. All day long, you'll have good luck.
Stop stealing carrots from my tree, you greedy old bag.
I'm stealing carrots from your tree? Ha! How much do you think I care about your carrots? Let me tell you how much. I don't give a damn. I really couldn't care less about your silly carrots.
Then leave them there. You're just picking them to annoy me.
What do you mean, annoy you? This stupid tree is reaching over my property. Therefore, these fruits are mine. Even if the carrots are bad quality and the pigs hardly even eat them.
What a waste. The carrots are delicious. Everyone loves them except for you, you ignorant old fart.
Me? An ignorant old fart? What impudence! You're talking to a highly educated man here. I'm a respected historian.
Oh, are you? And what is your historical knowledge telling you about this carrot tree?
History taught me that I'm allowed to pick the carrots which are on my property. Impressive, isn't it?
Your strange historical studies are obviously as screwy as you are. It's my tree. It's growing on my property. So the carrots are mine.
Haha, the stem may be on your property, but the branches are on mine, you see? On my property.
Bah! You should be happy that the only carrot tree in town is reaching over your pathetic property.
And why should I be happy if I'm not allowed to pick some carrots?
Because you don't even like carrots. And it's so beautiful to see me bringing in a great harvest.
Why should I be happy for you? The only thing that would make me happy is when the next thunderstorm breaks this tree and lets it fall on your house. But let me tell you this in advance. Woe to you if this tree falls on my house. I'm gonna chop every piece of this tree to firewood.
You're so resentful. If you're so desperately in need of firewood, you should start with your head.
You can keep your rotten firewood. The most important thing is you give me my share of the harvest. You hear me? Of the harvest.
Unlike you, I'm not deaf.
Then you probably also heard that I asked for my share of the carrots. Not that I want them or like them, but because I'm legally entitled to have them and my pigs are hungry.
Oh no, the carrots are mine. I'll never share them with you.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Stubborn old hag.
Oh, now we're starting to curse. All right, now you show your true self, you ugly toad. Bastard!
Slut!